off the crossbar. Goal! And it's a giant deflection off the goal team. Switch to left fielder, down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
And joining us for the Red Devils pregame show here on the HCTV live stream, Red Devils receiver and defensive back Joey Valentino. Joey, big win last week for you guys against Elizabeth. Dramatic fourth quarter, big game all the way around. What did that mean for this team?
You know, it means a lot. Last year, not having the great best record, 2-7. This year, starting off 0-1 against North, beating Piscataway, even out our record at 1-1 means a lot to have a winning record at 2-1. Last time since 2013, it means a lot.
So, Joey, what happened to this team after week one? You had a tough opener against a North team, but you guys have clearly turned it around. What's been the difference?
You know, we took that motivation from the loss. We hated it. Took that motivation into week two. Beat Piscataway 17-0, big win. Kept that momentum going with another win against Elizabeth.
So this week we have another big one against Bridgewater, a big rival, a team that's certainly beaten Central the last few years. What do you expect in this game Friday night? It should be pretty electric here at Stewart Field.
You know, Bridgewater's coming in, looking for vengeance. They're 1-2 this year, not the best record. If they fall to 1-3, it's not the best, so they're definitely looking for 2-2. It's going to be a good one.
Joe, as a senior, how has your development in this program happened? I mean, the last couple years, frankly, we haven't had great years at Central, but how do you feel like you've developed and blossomed in this program?
You know, Coach Ransone has been here all 3 years of mine. Have really helped me develop, you know, become as a leader, as a captain this year. Got to lead this team and, you know, just keep on pushing.
And that was Red Devils receiver and defensive back Joey Valentino. Stay tuned next for the Red Devils and the Panthers here on the HCTV live stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Hunterdon Central Regional High School. Tonight, we would like to take a moment to honor our heroes. The dedication and service you provide to our community and country is deeply appreciated. And your willingness to protect the lives of others while risking your own. Our appreciation for what you do cannot be put into words. Tonight we honor you, and thank you for joining us on this beautiful night here at Hunterdon Central High School. Thank you to our heroes.
Look, get the helicopter coming. It's coming right over the field.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Heroes Night here at Stewart Field. And thank you once again to all our heroes in the house this evening. Thank you for coming.
Welcome to HCTV here at Stewart Field. Today we have a huge rivalry matchup. The Hunterdon Central Red Devils coming into this one 2-1, taking on the Bridgewater Raritan Panthers coming into this one 1-2. I'm Tyler Rodriguez. To the right of me is Joe Wellen. Joe, good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm excited for a good night of football tonight.
Yep, so coming into this one, Hunterdon Central, like I said, they played 3 conference games, none in their division. They're in the Big Central American Silver Division, same division as Bridgewater Raritan, who are also in the Big Central American Silver Division. Both these teams right now played 3 games. Central 2-1, Bridgewater Raritan 1-2, but Bridgewater Raritan 0-1 in the division at the moment. Right now, Central is ahead of them. They're 3rd in the American Silver, while Bridgewater Raritan is bottom at the moment. So this is Central's first divisional matchup of the year, playing here against Bridgewater Raritan, and it's obviously their 3rd home game now, their 2nd Friday Night Lights game. We did a North Hunterdon game. Differences tonight, we do have the dance team with us, and of course it's USA theme tonight, honoring our veterans. It should be a good game. The stage is set. Joe, what are you looking forward for tonight?
I'm looking forward to seeing this Hunterdon Central offense keep the momentum, keep playing well. RJ Hart has been coming into his own before our very eyes in the past 2 weeks, playing incredibly. I'm excited to see how he plays, and I'm excited to see this Bridgewater team. Their defense has been playing very well this season, but their offense has kind of been sputtering a little bit. They're going to be looking to get the ball moving, get some points on the board, but hopefully for Hunterdon Central, their defense is able to step up and put this game right in the win column.
Yep, that is really the kind of the scouting report, so to speak, from Bridgewater Raritan. Poor offensively, lost to Hillsborough last time out, September 9th, 17-6. Obviously, only put up 6 points. Their quarterback Jack Bray, 5 for 11, 73 yards and 1 TD. He had 8 rushing attempts for negative 46 yards. So not too good from scrimmage out there tonight. As you see, Bridgewater Raritan Panthers are coming on. This is a huge matchup. Many of you would have watched last year Skyline Conference final. In that one for the conference game. Obviously, Bridgewater Raritan came here and beat Hunterdon Central. That was a hostile event, so to speak. Central's white out, Bridgewater blackout. Very easy to see who's rooting for who. Similar here tonight, a lot of bodies. Obviously, we know the rivalry is there, so it should be a good game. But like you said, RJ Hart last week, Joe, was nominated for Skyline Conference Player of the Week. That's how good he's been playing. Last 2 games, he's just been phenomenal. And if he gets a chance tonight, you would expect him to do the same. Also, Logan Ortega back now for Hunterdon Central, a huge addition for them. That's their captain. Coach Van Son said this is the healthiest he's seen his team in probably all the years he's coaching. Everyone said they had a great preseason camp, so let's see if they can show up tonight against what is a real big rival for them.
Yep, this is a huge game for Hunterdon Central. It's almost a must-win game. I know you're got to be thinking at home, they're 2-1. This isn't a must-win game. If they lose, they're even 500. But for Hunterdon Central, this is your first game in the conference, first game in playing someone in your division, and it's a rivalry game. Bridgewater has beaten Hunterdon Central every year since 2018. So Hunterdon Central definitely looking to bounce back after the past couple years not being able to get a win in the win column, but Bridgewater looking to stop Hunterdon Central and all their momentum that they have going for them.
Interesting you mentioned 2-1. That's the first time they're 2-1 since 2013, Joe. It's been a couple of difficult years for them. Kind of, used to be a great football program, still have talent, but haven't been able to put it together. And they've had the same amount of wins they've had in the past 2 seasons, 2 the year before, and the year before that none. So they're off to a great start by their stands at the moment. They just need to keep it going. Obviously, you've played against Bridgewater a lot at your time at Hunterdon Central. What was it like playing those games? What can you expect for these players out there on the field tonight?
Obviously, you're going to expect a very physical game. I know it just means a little bit more to the guys in the locker room because, as I said for North Hunterdon, we're all from the same area. So everybody goes to camps and meets everybody from all these different schools in your own area, and you just build up those little rivalries in between each other. But with the schools having history together, it's just definitely look for a very physical game. Both teams are going to look to come out swinging, and both teams are definitely going to want to get on the board quickly and be able to stop the other team and force something quick.
Yeah, so as Bridgewater Raritan now running it on the field. To remind you, some of the big events recently between these 2 teams, girls lacrosse, Bridgewater Raritan, one of the best teams in the state, playing Hunterdon Central, of course, another one of the best teams in the state. They were both top 20. Bridgewater Raritan won 9-8. Again, we talked about the final in the Skyline for the Skyline Conference. Bridgewater Raritan won. Before that, Central beat Bridgewater Raritan in overtime. Of course, in basketball, they beat us as well last year. But now this is another great opportunity as Hunterdon Central runs onto the field. A huge rivalry matchup. You can feel it in the air here tonight. It should be a good one. As you see the Red Devils come onto the field now.
This is a playoff environment. I'm getting goosebumps already for this game. The fans are rowdy. Everybody's ready for a great game. And obviously honoring our heroes. It's a great cause for this game. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this one to get kicked off quickly.
Yeah. And obviously, last time had a lot of fans here from North Hunterdon, but didn't give them much to cheer about. They needed, you think, probably try to get this crowd going early and build off the energy they get. So Trevor Fish leading the charge there for Hunterdon Central. He's been really good of late. 6 receptions, 121 yards, and 3 TDs in the last game they played. Of course, that was on Saturday, beating Elizabeth 28-21. Of course, before that, beating Piscataway 17-0. The first shutout victory in a very long time. They're in great form, so hopefully see what they can do. Obviously, last year, Bridgewater Raritan. Oh, sorry, excuse me. We're going down to speak with Coach Ransone right now.
Bridgewater Raritan High School, Bridgewater, New Jersey. In just a few moments, we'll have the captains to the center of the field, preceded by...
Here with Coach Ransone. Coach, we got a big one here against Bridgewater. Team playing really well. What did you see from the boys this week that you like heading into tonight?
Well, we obviously have a lot of momentum, a lot of energy. You can feel the juice here right now. It's awesome. Bridgewater, big rivalry. I've known these guys my whole life. Coach Mance, I grew up with him when I was a little baby. He was our coach. So there's a history here. It's exciting. I think they're a good football team. We're a good football team. And at the end of the day, once the ball's kicked off, it's about executing. It's about you doing your job better than the other guy. Thanks, Coach.
Right here for the national anthem. And also, interesting to note, coming in that Brian Colodi obviously didn't have too much opportunity to kick last year. Won 4 for 4 on extra points. Did miss the 1 field goal, but the kicking game seems to be strong. Decker McNally's looked really good as well, doing pretty good with all of his punts.
Yep, definitely. The special teams has definitely stepped up. I mean, Brian Colodi drilled a 44-yard field goal in their win, so definitely going to be able to put some points on the board, whether it's scoring touchdowns or kicking field goals.
Yeah, so like you said, kick game strong, defense has been good as well. See if everything can go. I think the problem for them maybe in the first game was the offensive line. They seem to have sorted that issue out a bit, giving Hart a lot more time to throw the ball. And when he's had time, he's looked really, really good.
Yep, definitely. I mean, it's a young team, this Hunterdon Central team. So I think varsity, it's a different ball game when you come up from JV. So definitely some nerves that week one, that first home opener. But Hunterdon Central has definitely come into their own. They've been able to step up offensively. The defense has continued to play well. They played well against North. They had a bunch of turnovers. They've had 9 turnovers in the last 3 games. So Hunterdon Central is averaging around 3 takeaways per game, which is unbelievable numbers if you really think about it.
And remember that Joey Valentino interception against North Hunterdon. hopefully they can learn how to capitalize from those takeaways, which they didn't do in that game. The last time these two teams played, Friday, September 10th, Central lost 49-14. That was last season. Trevor Fish had 11 receptions, 74 yards, and a touchdown. So, just like that here, it looks like Central will receive this one. It is Jamal Kuhn back there, and we will get things started as North Hunterdon will kick things off. Oh, sorry, North Hunterdon. Bridgewater Raritan. Just had North Hunterdon in my mind. Bridgewater Raritan will kick things off here. And goes a bit short there. So Central, good starting field position to get things underway.
Yes,
Hart will take the field.
That is great starting field position for Hunterdon Central. I get it. Bridgewater may be a little weary about kicking the ball deep, but with those squib kicks, that's a great job by the up back. William Rodriguez Sosa on that, being able to come up, attack the ball, field it cleanly, and just get down on the ground to start Hunterdon Central up at their own 36.
Yeah, Sosa's been a player, really, he's come into his own here, been kind of their main corner this year. Really plays exclusively defense. Joey Valentino, of course, helps out there, but he's looked pretty good, especially these last two games. So Hart back there now. Carbo's been kind of their main running back. Fish is in motion. And they look over to the side here. Instructions from Coach Ransone. And Hart drops back. He's been confident throwing the ball. Looks up here. Oh, that's a great play there. Pass was intended for Devin Falvo, but that is a lovely play there from C.J. Stevens there, the senior.
Yeah, very nice play there by the senior linebacker for Bridgewater, C.J. Stevens, being able to run stride for stride. He was in phase. He was able to just get a hand on that ball, knock it down for a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he's their captain, C.J. Stevens, 6'1", 165. Needed every inch of that 6 feet frame he had there. But then Hart looks pretty confident there, dropping back a lot of time. Very different from that North Hunterdon game where he was pressure immediately every time he's getting the ball.
Yeah, it was a great job by Hart, being able to step up in the pocket, be confident in his offensive line to hold out for another second longer to get that throw off.
It's Cole Gray now in motion. He's been their main man. He was out for a bit of time after North Hunterdon. They gave it to Carbo this time. So yes, that is Michael Carbo. That's a great gain there for Michael Carbo there. Should be 3rd and short here. 3rd and 3, they'll call it.
That's a fantastic job by that inside of the offensive line, the two guards in the center, being able to give Carbo just enough of a gap for him to squeeze through and get a nice gain of 7 yards and set up Hunterdon Central with a 3rd and short.
And they give it to Carbo again. We'll push for the first down. Looks like he won't get it. And that will bring on the punting unit. So, decent run, but not the best start for Hunterdon Central there on their opening drive.
Very nice job there by that front 7 for Bridgewater, being able to come up. The defensive line was able to not get pushed back, just basically stalemating the Hunterdon Central offensive line, keeps them occupied, gives the linebackers a free rush to be able to go make that tackle on Carbo.
And that's what we've talked about with this Bridgewater Raritan team. It's the defense that really makes them. If there's anyone that can stop Hart, who's been really hot, you would think it would be the Panthers. There's a flag and whistle on the play here. Or no flag, whistle. So redo this here.
Looks like it's going to be a sideline warning on Bridgewater, so no penalty, just a stoppage of play.
So Decker and McNally to repeat the trick here. Oh, bit of a trick play here, and that works out brilliantly. Hunterdon Central take advantage of the warning, like you said, and look, they run there. Oh, fumble here on the play. It was called dead, I believe, so big hit there.
Let's see what they call it here.
I think that's Mason Espinant there on the floor. Yeah, he's in a bit of pain there. Again, it was CJ Stevens, I think, wrapping up there with him. But that was a good run there from the Red Devils. They gave it to Anthony Giordano there, and he was able just to run for the first down. Number 28, Anthony Giordano. Now it's a big injury here. Hopefully he's okay. There is Mason Espinant there on the floor. I think he just hit his head there. He was holding with CJ Stevens.
Yep.
See, concussions taken very seriously here. Of course, you have to take the impact test. They give you a baseline. If you score it, you have a concussion, take it again. They can kind of track the results and see how bad the damage is from there. Interesting way they do it. I've taken the impact test before. It's a bit like a game of brain games. A lot of kind of puzzles, things like that, memory. And of course, you take it again when you have a concussion, and they see, like I said, what's going on here. And then the ref talking now with the sideline of Hunterdon Central all on one knee.
Yep, seems like they're going to say he was down on the play before the ball came out, so it's going to end up being a Hunterdon Central first down. But how about the play call? You don't really expect first quarter, first drive of the game, 4th and 4. I know Bridgewater was not expecting a snap to the up back and him take it up the middle with the fake punt call, because Hunterdon Central on the sideline warning play, they punted it. They weren't running the fake. It was not a called play initially, but Coach Ransone saw something he must have liked on the special teams side, or Coach Vergalito, who helps out with the special teams. I think they saw something that they liked in the middle. They saw an open lane, so they called the fake punt, and it worked to perfection. Keeps this Hunterdon Central offense on the field for this first drive.
Yeah, personally, I do like that decision. Like I said, trying to get the crowd going early, give them something to cheer about. That's a big first down for Central. Getting Hart back out there in the offense as well. Another opportunity, try to get some points on the board here early. Field goal, obviously touchdown would be great, but even just a field goal would be a great start here.
You always
want the ball right around the 50 as well.
Always want your first drive to end in points.
So we see the ambulance now coming. I don't think they'll need it, but it's there if they need it. Oh, it's a fake. Hart will keep it. He's great on the ground, RJ Hart. Leads the team in rushing as well.
The designed quarterback draw on that play. Fake the pitch outside to Carbo, trying to get the defensive end and defensive line and linebackers to jump over to that outside to defend Carbo, but they did a nice job staying home, not biting for that fake, and being able to stop Hart for a short game.
All right, coming into this one, they had 522 passing yards, all from Hart. They had 224 rushing yards, 89 of those from Hart. He'll keep it now. Throws out wide to Fish. He's been on fire recently. Breaks a couple tackles, still going. Great completion there for Trevor Fish, and RJ Hart, like we said, leads the team in rush. He could do it with his feet. But they're just dropping back, throwing it for Fish, who's been his main target. Trevor Fish, he's having a wonderful year. That's his 13th reception of the year. He's 272 yards and 3 TDs, and of course had that long reception in the last game on almost over 80 yards it was.
Yep, Trevor Fish has somehow become their first option, their second option, and their safety valve for this Hunterdon Central offense. He's got great hands. Hart is confident throwing the ball to Fish, and it looks like there was a personal foul on the play on Bridgewater because Hunterdon Central's moved up 15 yards.
Yes, Central ball at the 27 now. Great field position here on the left hash side now. They got Jamal Kuhn isolated on this left side there. No one in the space behind them. See if they go to him. He goes cross field. Hart throws. It's towards Falvo. That's tough there.
That was a great play there by Matt Masiolik. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name.
Yeah, a lot of you would know him from lacrosse. Matt Macholik there obviously played last year, but yeah, he's a great player. He's one of their captains as well.
Yeah, it was a very nice job. They have the one safety look, the one deep safety. He was able to come over. He tracked Hart that whole time. Once he saw his eyes snap towards the receiver, he was able to make a break and make a good play on that ball and be able to knock it out of bounds.
Actually, not one of the captains, Macholik, but another one of their great players here. And it looks like there's a flag here, so don't think it will count Central. Now it suddenly moves back here. Long now, second down here.
Yeah, it looks like a 1st and 25.
Oh, 1st and 6, excuse me. Colgray again, working that motion. Flag on the play. Falvo looks disappointed. And Central will be moving back further now.
Now for Hunterdon Central, this is something you can't have. They were moving the ball so well. They got the first down with Fish on that play, and then they were able to draw a 15-yard penalty to set them up 1st and 10 on the 27, but unfortunate penalties for this Hunterdon Central offense has completely stalled them right now.
Yeah, the offensive line, of course, still very young, but need to sort out those issues. Hart will drop back, throws it out towards Carbo. He can work those legs. He goes. It's a good game, but still a long way to go for Central if they are to move the chains here. Really would like something.
Yeah, I like the play call from Connell Joyce, the offensive play caller for Hunterdon Central. The screenplay set it up nicely, but nice play there by the Bridgewater linebackers being able to find their way through the sea of Hunterdon Central offensive blockers and be able to make that tackle for a short gain of Carbo, making it still a 2nd and 25.
So all the receivers on this left side for the Red Devils. Hart rolls out to this left side, throws towards Fish. He'll want a flag. And he's very disappointed he didn't get it there, yelling at the referee. What do you make of that one, Joe?
I think it could have gone either way. I think they could have called that penalty, but I know most refs in high school, they definitely want these kids to play. I don't think they want to be calling too many ticky-tack penalties, be kind of slowing the game down, slowing the pace of game. I think they're definitely going to want to keep this one moving so they don't have any time where these Hunterdon Central and Bridgewater players can potentially be jawing back and forth.
It definitely did look a bit suspect there. Could have definitely thrown the flag. But we'll see what happens here. Here's RJ Hart, snaps a bit low. Again, he rolls out left. He's being pursued by a couple Panthers. Ooh, Fish nearly caught that one. That's a bit unlucky there. Tell you what, he was being chased there by Matthew Bradis there.
Yeah, very nice job there by Bradis on that play, being able to get through the middle linebacker for this Bridgewater defense, somehow able to shoot through a gap between the guard and center and able to put the pressure on Hart, force him to roll to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, rolling to your left is the hardest thing to be able to deliver a strike downfield. Hart's very good on the move, but being able to deliver a strike is something that most quarterbacks at this level aren't going to be throwing the ball 40, 50 yards downfield rolling to their left.
No, definitely not. So somehow had the ball at the 27. Now they have it right near the 45 at the 43-yard line to be exact, and they were punting this one with Decker McNally. Gets a good air on this one. It's around the 15. That's a fair catch. And it's caught clean there by number 5, Anthony Hilton. Oh, Anton Hilton, I should say, excuse me.
So now we're going to see this new Bridgewater offense. I saw them practicing before this game, getting warmed up. Saw a lot of what looked to be triple option, more of a wing T offense, rather than when I played them, they ran a spread, multiple offense. They were going to try and run the ball and be able to throw it all around the yard. Now I think this offense is definitely going to be all about pounding the rock.
Yeah, well, they've only thrown the ball to 3 receivers, Cardillo, Micholik, and Stevens, and they've only had about 10 receptions between them. This one's pitched out wide there to the same man there, Antoine Hilton.
And there's the triple option. That was run very well by that quarterback, being able to read the defensive end, crashing down. They're going to leave both defensive end or the defensive end to whatever side unblocked. They're going to make him choose who he wants to go towards. This is a very hard offense to stop when it's run well. So Bridgewater definitely looking to run this offense well. It's a hard offense to practice against, and it's even harder to play against.
Yeah, lately it has not been working well there, but Anton Hilton does lead them in rushing yards with 92 there. That one was stuffed right at the line there. It's Connor Lancaster there on that one early.
Yeah, great job, Connor Lancaster, playing like his older brother, coming flying up, being able to stop the run, forcing a 3rd down and 5, moving them back 2 yards after that big first game.
So now they got a couple options out there. See so many players in the backfield right next to their quarterback, Jack Bray. Now he rolls out, will throw. It's completed there. Carbo with the tackle. So maybe we weren't expecting a pass there, but it's Micholik there, able to make the reception. And he's been their main off weapon in terms of receiving. That's his 7th reception. Coming this one, he had 93 yards for 6 receptions. And we said Anton Hinton has had 92 yards from rushing. So those two are their biggest weapons that Jack Bray's had this year. Obviously a new coaching staff, new look offense. Central having to deal with it early on here. Very compact, that line of scrimmages. And it rolls out wide here. Central stop it in the backfield. Great work there from the Red Devils. That was number 22, C.J. Stevens there with the carry. And that was for a loss there.
Yeah, that was a very nice job by Hunterdon Central on that play, not biting on this, because the triple option is very hard. It's all based on misdirection. Hunterdon Central's outside linebacker and defensive end able to stay outside, keep contained, and not let that jet sweep go anywhere and actually force them back a yard. So great job there by that Hunterdon Central defense.
Let's see if they give it to Antion Hinton again or to Stevens. Stevens is in motion.
All right, we're good.
A keep from Bray. And he gets close to that first down marker. Bray has struggled rushing the ball this year. 11 attempts, negative 45 yards coming into this one. But, of course, they're getting a really good positive gain as indeed, Mr. Spencer talked to me now, playing with these new lights here. Very high tech. Obviously need a touchdown to use them a bit, though. Let's see if we can get one here either way. I forgot the password, funny enough. Keep again there from Jack Bray, and that one stopped right at the line there. Great work again by the Red Devils.
Hunterdon Central's front 7 stuffing that fullback dive up the middle, right where it started, pushing him back a little bit, keeping it to 4th and inches. I'm assuming Bridgewater running this triple option. It's a short yardage offense. They're going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to try and get this 4th down.
Yeah, they're very close here. It's, like you said, inches from that marker there.
Looks like they're going to do a measurement, bring out the chains.
All right, we saw this a couple times in the North Hunterdon game. Let's see if it goes again the way of the Red Devils. Stretch out that chain. And it is a first down, so won't need to be an attempt on 4th down. Red Devils can't quite believe it. It is very close, but we'll stay with the Panthers.
So once again, we are seeing with this offense, they're not looking for explosive plays. Obviously, they love explosive plays, but they're just looking, they're going to try and churn out 3 or 4 yards every single carry and just keep this drive moving and eat up as much clock as possible.
And now it's kept again there. Ooh, talk about explosive. This could be trouble there. Jack Brand the keep there. Oh, sorry, that was just Spear. The captain kept it that time. He was very far off there.
Yep, Spira, just a bigger option at quarterback for this Bridgewater team. Definitely a bigger frame. Definitely much harder to take down in the secondary once he gets loose. That was a great job on that QB power with the fullback leading up and the offensive line being able to just open up a hole enough for Spira to shoot through.
Yeah, Bray has attempted 27 passes here. Spear only attempted 2. And it's Spear again running it. Getting to about the 5 yards away from the chains there. Dane Sorensen also been another quarterback for them that they've used. He's 1 for 2. Only attempted 2 passes, like I said, so not a lot of throwing here.
No, this is definitely a run-first offense. Try not to throw the ball if they can.
Let's see, so Spear will keep it. Motion is Stevens. They flip it to Hinton now. He's got time, he's got space. Oh, he's down the edge at the 10. Will Valentino get there? Yes, he will. Well, let's see what they say. It looks like he did with a little bit of a chop tackle at his feet, but still a huge issue there as Hinton just about gets a touchdown that time.
Yep, that's how the triple option can gash you on that play. They faked the initial motion and had him come back towards the line of scrimmage after he went back towards the fullback, They looped the other wing back around, and he was the pitch option for the quarterback on that play. That was run perfectly. Great pitch by Spiro on that play.
So very close to the end zone here. Maybe it was a jump there. Instead they keep it. Spira pushes in, and that's a touchdown for the Panthers. Just like that, put 6 on the board there for Bridgewater Raritan. Central there really got cut open by Hinton and then pay the price. Spears able just to knock it through.
Yeah, that was just a methodical drive by this Bridgewater Panther offense. They were able to just move the ball slower and slower the entire time, just keep moving it, and eventually a hole will open up as they keep running this offense. It tires out the defense. I think the big key for Hunterdon Central on this next drive is eat up some clock, give their defense a break, because I've played against teams that run this type of offense. It is very tiring, especially on the front 7 guys, because all they're doing is just running forward, playing the run, getting ready for it. It is very tiring. So I'm interested to see how this Hunterdon Central defense is reacting. I think we're going to see a lot of rotating at the defensive line position, keeping guys fresh, keep their legs fresh. So I'm interested to see how Hunterdon Central's offense comes out and plays this next drive.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that. Something a lot of the players complained about, so to speak, in that North Hunterdon loss was linemen were very tired, didn't get rotated enough. Of course, they're very short on linemen. A lot of them were very tired, but now, of course, seems they have fixed that, really rotating them through. It's what you have to do to keep them fresh, because it is a crucial position, like you said. So this will be kicked long here by Justin Vega. And again, it's along the floor. Fielded cleanly by Falvo, who can run with it. Oh, he's got an avenue. Devin Falvo, will he be reached from behind? He's to the 40, at the 35 now, converts by a couple of Red Devils. Great block by Valentino on the inside. Falvo towards the 10. Devin Falvo.
What a return by Falvo. And I'm going to just say it. Unbelievable block from Valentino.
That was an exquisite block from Valentino that gave Falvo that extra 10, 20 yards. And that gets him to the 10-yard line.
It looks like there's some laundry on the field.
There is. I think they threw a bit later, which is good for the Red Devils, not too early, but
I'm interested to see.
Falvo really turned on the jet set. Great run from him.
Falvo able to show off that breakaway speed. Valentino ran with him the entire time, and once he saw someone start to catch up, he peeled back. And I know football now, I know in the NCAA and I know in high school, and they are trying to limit those peel back blocks where someone's a defenseless defender, they're not able to defend themselves or brace for contact, and that's exactly what the call is going to be. It's going to be a personal foul on Hunterdon Central for a peel back block on Valentino, and it's a football play. I know a couple years ago that would have been a perfectly legal block, but now with safety is the nature of the game now. And so that block is now banned. You are not allowed to do that, but I love the play from Valentino. I thought it was clean. I thought he didn't really dive through him or take a cheap shot.
Crowd agrees with you as well, and of course Zach Gannon throwing his arms up in the air as well.
But it's definitely a judgment call by the referees. If they feel that the defender that got hit was defenseless, they're going to make that call every single time.
Yeah, so Central still, though, to get to around the 36-yard line. That's great for them there on return. Of course, in Bridgewater Raritan's 36-yard line, really quieted the Panthers crowd that was really on their feet. Now Falvo gets a little break after that long run. Steps in Evan Amato as a tight end. Not many out there would expect a run. And that's who they give it to there. Ooh, and stopped right at the line there.
The old Rhino package. That's from when I played with for Coach Ransone. That is a offense. We are going to try and run the ball. We are going to try and impose our will on this defensive line. That was a great job being able. It looked like the hole was open, but good job by the safety being able to fill through that and make that tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was Giordano who they gave it to. Hart will take it again. Again, looks like they're setting up similarly. Need a gain here on second down. Give it again to Giordano. He can push. As Julio Marsiglia now is in the building right next to Vincent Brito, was a great running back last year for the Red Devils. We'll be proud there of that gain there. Just about splitting the distance in between the chains.
Looks like they're going to bring their regular package back in rather than the short yardage Rhino package on this 3rd and long.
Good though that they have that option now. They got the cavalry back out there. It's Fish in the slot again. Loves to operate. Seen him do it for a couple years now. Valentino alone on that far side. Connor Gray in there as well, and it's thrown short there. Ooh, that's a big hit that time there. And it was pass intended for number 26, Jake Sauce there. But it wasn't the best throw there, and left him a bit defenseless. Against number 88, Colin Cardilla. Of course, his brother Brady Cardilla last year scored, I think, probably like 5, maybe 8 goals against Central in the lacrosse final. He, of course, playing lacrosse right now at Rutgers. An excellent player. Of course, we'll see Cardilla, I'm sure, in lacrosse this year, but that time making a great play. And again, we talk about North Hunterdon game, a great kind of, not maybe a gift, but something they got beautiful field position and just cannot capitalize on it. Again, McNally getting punts in. You really don't want him to be getting much punts in, though. McNally fields it well, kicks it rather low, and bounce at the 1-yard line, but go into the end zone there, so a touchback for the Panthers.
So once again for this Hunterdon Central offense, one penalty is able to just completely deflate the entire Hunterdon Central side. It was an unbelievable kick return by Falvo, but one penalty, I don't necessarily agree with the call with the refs, but I understand them making that call. They have to make that call. It's a new rule. It's something they're trying to prevent. They're trying to prevent concussions and injuries to players. So Hunterdon Central needs to be able to avoid those mental mistakes and avoid penalties that kill their drives.
So they keep it with Hinton again. Logan Ortega was there. South as well. He's pursuing them very well there. Again, Hinton on there. He's been really their main man.
That was a very nice play there by Michael Carbo. I know he didn't really make the tackle, but him being able to stalemate that wide receiver and not be blocked and be able to just kind of edge him off and keep him inside, to keep that run inside, to force him towards the tacklers, force his teammates. That's a good play by a cornerback. I know it's definitely hard. I have buddies that play defensive backs. It's definitely hard to do. That's a hard position to play, especially trying to stop a jet sweep like that, but that was very well done by Carbo.
Ian Lucas also there as well on the play. So that is the end of the first quarter. Gone by pretty quick. Bridgewater Raritan already scored more points than they did in their last game. Of course, where they lost, that was only putting up 6, lost 76 to Hillsborough. Now they have 7, of course, winning right now. Of course, Bray, 5 for 11, 73 yards, a touchdown, 8 rushing attempts. In that game, negative 46 yards of rushing, cannot run it effectively. And Macholik, they had the 5 receptions with the 72 yards and a TD. Last year against Central, it was again Macholik. He had 3 receptions, 46 yards and a TD. And then Colin Cardilla, we saw making that great defensive play at 4 receptions, 172 yards and 3 TDs, which of course is a huge number. And I think he does wear the same number he does in lacrosse. Of course, he's a great player, and he's had his stamp on the game so far tonight. But I think Hunterdon Central, they've had some really good plays, some really good moments. Couldn't capitalize on it though. And now start the second quarter, see if it's any different for them here.
Yet Hunterdon Central has shown flashes of how productive and how good this offense is. It's a high-powered offense. There are a lot of talented players on this offense, and when they're firing on cylinders, it's a hard offense to stop. But when silly penalties are what's killing you, putting you back behind the sticks, putting you out of schedule, coaches talk about it all the time, trying to stay on schedule. They have plays scheduled out for certain drives and certain situations. If they get pushed back too far, they get themselves off schedule. They're just kind of freestyling, just calling plays, trying to see what play will work, what's going to happen, what is going to benefit the team the most.
Yeah, so it's something they struggled with here. Those penalties. They need to try to sort it out here in the second quarter. Get some points on the board. And now that's a pass completed there for Cardilla. Big tight end there, getting the pass.
It was a very nice grab, nice little quick slant, just a quick hitter play right there, and then get the ball to one of their playmakers, get him in space, and let him do what he does best, and that's run with the ball after the catch. Good job by Cardilla there, gaining 10 yards and getting the first down.
Yeah, they yak the yards after the catch, and then Bray in the game. When he's in the game, you kind of expect them to throw. And of course, it's like Cardilla, their main wide receiver target. Bray now this time keeps it. Met by a couple of Red Devils there. It was Falvo with the initial hit. Jake South coming in to help as well to bring him to the ground.
The misdirection, it's a tricky offense. Bray, you kind of lose the quarterback sometimes, and when they run a quarterback power where they send that fullback right up the middle, most defenders are going to want to collapse down and stuff the run in the middle. They don't really think of the quarterback to be pulling the ball out, to be running when he's under center like that, but a very nice play.
And again, stuffed up the middle there. Hard to see what was going on there. Of course, another running play. I think it was not Macholik there. It was the number 20, Dane Sorensen, another one of their quarterbacks there with the ball, but didn't really get too far with it.
Hunterdon Central definitely going to look to push them back a little bit, keep it from fourth and manageable, trying to prevent them from getting this first down, but also try and move it back a little bit so Bridgewater doesn't have an easy decision on whether or not they're going to go for it.
Yeah, of course, that 4th and inches call went with them last time, but want to give them a decision to make here. Now they keep it this time. Again, move the chains. Again, Logan Ortega tries to make the tackle. Can't quite do it, but that time it's Spira there. When he's in expect a run, he runs it very well there.
Yeah, Spira just basically looks like a tailback that they just put under center, and they're letting him keep the ball, run around the edge. That was a great block by the wide receivers on the outside for, looked like it was Cardilla out there on the corner. Got his block, gave Spira a running lane to the outside, so he was able to bust down the sideline, and that was a good pickup for this Bridgewater Panther offense.
And it's something they really struggled with Kenta Edwards in the first game for North Hunterdon. Now it's this interesting Rhino package, or like you said, or the three-man option, rather, what you said, where they're just not sure where the ball's going, which quarterback's taking it. They haven't really defended it well. And now look where the ball is, just around the 45-yard line here. Hunterdon Central will have some work to do here. Need to get the ball back, you think, try to get a score, of course, before halftime.
Yep, Hunterdon Central definitely needs to get a stop here. You never want to go down 2 scores against a team with a very stout defense like Bridgewater has. You want to keep this within a 1-score game, because one play ties the ball game for you, rather than you have to score and then you have to, if it's late in the game, you have to get an onside kick or you have to force a 3-and-out, quick stop. So Hunterdon Central definitely looking just to get a quick stop here, stop Bridgewater in their tracks, and I think Coach Bill is definitely going to make some adjustments here while he's talking to his guys out on the field. So he's going to look to stop and try and get a score on the board quick.
Yeah, if you remember, Hunterdon Central will not have the ball to start the second half, so a score and maybe even getting the lead before this half is over would be a huge bonus for them.
Yeah, right. Yes.
And again, now it's kept here. Looks like a spear. Great hit by Devin Falbo that time. Yep, and it was Joe Spear there with the carry.
That third camera's bringing a lot to it, isn't it? I said that third camera's really adding a lot to this. Yeah. It's getting, she's losing focus, you mean?
So Bridgewater Raritan again taking to the line here. Near the 35. Spira fakes the handoff, keeps it, now pitches it wide. And it was Souse there again. He's all over the place. And gets a great, just so quick, it's a great read there. And again, I think tackles him for a loss there.
That was a good play there by Spira, waiting until the last second to get that pitch off. He was wrapped up at his legs, not moving anymore, able to get that lateral off, but great play by Souse coming over from the safety position on the opposite side of the field to make that tackle in the backfield to force a third and short.
He's only 5'11", South's 185, but he's listed as an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman. He really can play anywhere. Of course, they use Jackson Call. Again, an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Again, only 190, 5'11". Number 23 on the line as well. So a lot of players that can play in many different positions. Oh, great little skip there as Falvo tries to bring him down. Spear still going. Wow, Joe Spear just keeps his legs moving there. Looked like he was running into a dead end and just find a way out of it.
Yeah, Spira just refusing to be tackled on that play. Able to break the tackle from Falvo, who tried to go low, submarine him on that play, force him to jump over him. Spira hit him the legs, but was able to break out of that tackle, and then is just carrying defenders, keeping his legs churning on that play. Looks like Hunterdon Central's defense starting to slow down. I know it's tiring to play these teams once again, so this offense they're definitely looking to them, because right now Hunterdon Central has gone out to just try and stop this offense, but Bridgewater is moving the ball any which way they want to.
Yeah, they have a bit of a break now. Hopefully that can help them keep up their energy that they will need here defending these Panthers. Look very good so far in the opening stages.
This is going to be where Hunterdon Central needs to focus on what they practiced this week defensively. They knew they were playing an offense like this, a triple option, something all based on misdirection. They need to, the defensive ends and outside linebackers have to stay home. They can't fall for the fullback dive. They can't fall for fake jet sweeps and misdirection. They just have to trust their cues, trust what the coaches told them, and just trust know that the guy next to them is going to be doing the correct thing, so they just have to do their job. That's a big thing these Hunterdon Central coaches preach. Just do your job, because the guy next to you is going to just be doing his. You have to trust the man next to you knows what he's doing.
So 3 backs all behind Jack Berry. He hands it off. And that's a tackle there for a loss there. It was Joseph Locandono there trying to get some yards, but couldn't quite get there.
Very nice play. They came out in the wishbone formation. Very rarely see it, but came out, did the basic fullback dive. Very nice job there by Valentino coming up and making that hit, preventing a gain.
Yeah, Locandono was a target that time. Looks like Bray will stay out there. And this time he'll run with it, pitches it to Hinton. Stiff arm, doesn't do enough. South, again, he's all over the place.
It's exactly what I talked about. That was a great play there by Souse on that. Staying home, keeping himself outside, just shuffling down the line of scrimmage, forcing this Panthers offense to run horizontally rather than trying to get up the field. He's forcing them to keep trying to bounce it outside, look for a running lane, and eventually he's able to make the shoestring tackle 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage for a 3rd and long for this Panther offense.
Yeah, Jake South, a player my brother used to play with. Ricky Rodriguez, when he played back in the days, he was good now, and he's even better. Was good then, even better now. Bray throwing, ooh, could have been trouble. That's incomplete, though, that time there. Macholik was the target. Again, like we said, when he's out there, he has the option to throw the ball. He's comfortable with it. Not really like the other quarterbacks. That time, though, he was looking for the pass option. Didn't come off.
Yep, definitely the most natural thrower of these quarterback options for Bridgewater. At least so we've seen. We haven't seen the other quarterbacks really throw it. But looks like this Panther offense is staying out on the field for this 4th and 12, because I don't know how their kicking game is, so they're kind of caught in no man's land.
Yeah, I think Macholik is their kicker. They don't really have one kicker, so to speak, so they will stay on. Bray throws to the end zone, and that one was caught by Michael Carbo out of bounds. However, it is a turnover on downs. Coach Jim Meert very fired up there on the bench. All the coaches and players fired up as well.
That was a great job. Exactly what they needed in that situation. The Hunterdon Central defense kind of going along with the old saying of bend but don't break. They gave up the drive, but they were able to stop them once they got into the red zone. I know red zone defense is actually, you may not think it because they're so close to the end zone, it is a lot easier to defend the red zone than open field because there's much less room to operate for the offense. They don't have as much field to work with, so they're kind of confined to a tight space, which gives the defense a chance to stiffen up.
They very much are confined there with that tight space, like you said. That time it worked for the Red Devils. So now they have the ball here deep in their own territory. They give it to Fish, pitch it out wide. It's towards Carbo. Keeps going somehow. It took 3 or 4 to bring him down. Decent little play there. Could have worked, but that time not as successful as maybe they wanted it to be.
Yeah, nice little jet sweep option. Giving Carbo the ball out wide when he's the secondary guy on that play. Looking for the jet sweep initially, but if it's not there, the safety valve is to pitch it out. Hopefully they can break a play or at least gain some positive yards on the outside.
So again, it's hard there. Fish in motion. Pitch it to Kuhn, to Fish. Ooh, Fish putting on the dance moves there. Flag on the play. Nice little cut there by Trevor Fish. Just gets to around the 25 there.
Looks like it's definitely going to be a face mask on Bridgewater. It's going to give Hunterdon Central 15 more yards and a first down. So once again, similar play on that, running the speed option with the Jets or with the pitch outside. Trevor Fish able to make a great cut back inside, force a man to miss. And when you basically break someone's ankles like that, when they're blowing by you, they're just going to be looking to grab something. They grab the face mask of Trevor Fish, gives Hunterdon Central an extra 15 yards on that positive run. So Hunterdon Central showing some more life. A couple gadget plays, if you will, on the first 2 plays. So let's see what they go to now here.
Yeah, putting the defender on skates, as you could say there, Trevor Fish. As Kuhn still will stay in the backfield. As Carbo gets a rest at the moment. Colgrad again just off the line as the offensive line. See if they put him in motion. He's done a great job to help the line of scrimmage. Kind of hold it up there as Hart gets good run there. That's addition there, like we said, Colgrad. Like we said with the offensive line, it's young, but he's done a great job helping them kind of block, giving Hart time. That time though, he just ran it quickly there, and it was just about a first down, maybe a yard to go.
Just a quick hitter, QB power for Hart, just run it up that right side, inside zone, basically an inside zone towards the right. Give Hart a lane and just let him run. Just get him vertical rather than horizontal.
Oh, and again, it's a keep from Hart. He's so capable with his legs. That's the thing. He can throw the ball, but then you see him run. He's 6'1", so tall and so quick with it as well. Does well there to get the first down and then some.
Hart's turning himself into a dual threat quarterback. He's got the legs to do it. He's the ability to run. He's got the ability to cut there, and he's proven himself passing the ball recently, the past 2 weeks. So Hunterdon Central definitely looking to use his whole skill set on this offensive drive.
Fish in motion. Goes back the other way. Hart. Nowhere to go. Maybe was looking for the pitch to Fish. Not quite sure, but hasn't dropped back as much as we used to. That time tried to run it. Didn't quite work. That's a tackle for a loss again.
I like the play call. I mean, it's working, but I think at this point, Bridgewater, you run a similar play and a speed option like that 4 or 5 times in a row. Eventually, they're going to be keying in on trying to stop that play, just like they did there for a loss of 1.
Fish again in that similar motion there with that little end around Hart. This time throwing towards Cole Grant. It was tipped rather. Interesting how they're using Fish in motion like that. One of the biggest weapons, kind of taking him out of the game almost.
I think they're definitely just trying to get this defense moving, make the secondary think. When you have someone split out wide and they motion, then they start going behind the quarterback like that, it gets confusing, especially at a high school level like this. You're really not prepared to see crazy motion plays like that. So Hunterdon Central definitely trying to keep this Bridgewater secondary on their toes, keep them honest. And it's also a good tell when you send someone in motion on what kind of coverage they're going to be, whether or not they run with them or they stay where they are to stay in zone coverage.
So this time They have a couple of receivers out there. Fish runs a slant out wide. It's Cole Gray instead. Big stiff arm there from the big fellow. Running is Cole Gray. Last game he had 2 receptions, only for 7 yards. But on the year, he's had 9 receptions for 84 yards. So that time it's a big gain there. Just pushing, using that big frame. Cole Gray, of course, he's a very big guy. To be exact, 6'3", 250. Very athletic, very quick as well. So at that height, weight, and with the agility and speed he has, it's really something special.
Yeah, a little throwback screen. Get Hart rolling to the left, get that defense moving, throw the ball back to Gray, wide open by that. Just try and get a chunk play. Definitely looking for more yards on that, but a good positive gain makes it 4th and more manageable.
So Connor Gray in there now with Valentino. 4th down, big one here for the Red Devils. It's Carbo back in the game. No, haven't seen Falvo much as they call a timeout. It's Kuhn and Fish out there. Maybe they can get him in now. We'll see if they do.
Hunterdon Central calling timeout. I guess not liking what they were seeing defensively from Bridgewater. Seeing the formation, or they were trying to see what formation or blitz packages maybe they were going to be threatening on that play. So Hunterdon Central calls a timeout, resets themselves, make sure they have the perfect play call for this situation of 4th and long.
It'll do it, let it go for like 10, 15 seconds, and then push high, and then they come back on. You can do it?
So Central, like you said, obviously only 3:34 left. If you need a timeout, might as well call it here. Get another 3 for the start of the second half, but this is big for them. Would like to go into halftime with at least being tied. If not winning the game, maybe go for 2, do something. We'll see what happens here. They need this 4th down. Carbo's in the game.
Massive momentum play for each side. Hunterdon Central gets this. All the momentum's with them. Bridgewater gets this. They're going to be feeling very confident when they come back out onto the field offensively if they get the stop here.
So Connor Gray in there. Valentino, Kuhn, Fish, Carbo, Hart. No Cole Gray or Falvo. Snap was a bit low. Hart able to field it clean. Thrown towards Connor Gray and hit his hand, but tough play for the young junior there trying to make that one.
Very nice play there. Good job in the secondary for Bridgewater. Not really giving Hart anywhere to go. The pocket was good for Hart. The Hunterdon Central offensive line did a good job picking up blitz package, but once again, that secondary for Bridgewater stepping up, not giving Hart anywhere to throw the ball. Him trying to fit the ball into a tight window makes it a tough grab for Gray.
Yeah, very tough grab indeed. And now Central just hoping to limit the damage here. Don't want to give anything else up. Maybe even get a takeaway or turnover on downs, try to go again. And there's still plenty of time. But they have to defend well, have to get rid of those penalties. Falvo back in there as a bit of a safety. Valentino in coverage. Oh, it's on the floor. Talk about a takeaway. Oh, we'll just stay with the Panthers, but that could have gone anywhere. Mateo Brito was around there. I think he forced the fumble. Of course, his brother Vincent Brito in the crowd tonight.
So lucky break there for Bridgewater. Almost fumbled, almost coughed the ball back up to this Hunterdon Central offense. Give him new life, but good job by the fullback being able to fall on it after the ball was dropped. Keep the Panther offense out there on the field.
And it goes out wide now. Falvo will make a diving play, won't get it. And they will get the first down there. So that was a great run there from Sorensen. One of their QBs, one of their running back options. They're able to run for that first down.
Looks like there's a flag on the field. After the play, it was a late flag throw. So interested to see what the call is.
Well, it looks like it's on Hunterdon Central here. They're moving the ball way up the field now.
Looks like it must have been a personal foul, a late hit on Hunterdon Central. It seemed like Kazmarek brought him to the ground. Somebody jumped in. Looked like they had their momentum, but once a guy's on the ground, obviously, you cannot hit him in that play. You have to just pull up or try and avoid making contact at all costs, because that sets Bridgewater up way better than they were.
Yeah, very nice here for the Panthers. Bright keeps it now, pitches it. Being pursued by a couple of Red Devils, and in the end he falls forward for a gain of 5. Second and 4 here. Bright keeps it, and he gets thrown back down here. See how they kind of spot this. Was close to a first down though.
Yep, looks like his forward momentum was stopped. Forward progress there. Brings up a 3rd down, but it's going to be a 3rd and short. Very manageable for Bridgewater here. I think they're just going to probably run the quarterback up or a fullback dive, just try and get extra set of downs.
That's what they do. They run it up the middle here. Push them back. We'll see what they say.
It looks like it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Bridgewater offense.
A lot of commotion going on, so I'm not sure what the deal is, but like you said, on the pitch out there, on the field, pitch, I shouldn't say the field there, Bridgewater Raritan will get a new set of downs here. Could add another score here. Would be so big for them. Again, it's stopped short here. It's the thing when you have the run there, you could get stopped short a couple of times, but all you need is that one big gain. And they got it first time. Other than that, they haven't really done much here on this drive, but that time it's stopped short again.
Yep, Bridgewater's first drive, they had a couple explosive plays on their scoring drive. They were able to break a couple plays out, make some big runs, a couple big carries by the quarterback, and a couple big passes. But so far, Hunterdon Central has done better at limiting those explosive plays, but a couple key penalties have hurt this Hunterdon Central defense. But once again, they are close to this red zone. The Bridgewater offense has much less ground to work with, much less room. They're kind of limited in what they can do offensively. And this is where Hunterdon Central's defense really needs to capitalize on making the stop here. And Hunterdon Central just hoping to go down into the half, most likely down 7, because if they give up a score here, it could potentially be a 21-point lead after the first drive, with Bridgewater starting the second half with the ball.
So Bray out there again has many options to run the ball with. It's hinted in motion. He's been well for them today. Looked on very good, I should say. And that time he gets, again, another decent gain there. I think it was a keep. Or did they run it to? And I said it was a run there for number 8, Joseph Locandronto. It's Locandronto there. The second run of the day. Oh, that's pitched. Oh, that's on the floor. They're fighting for it. Central looks like they have it.
That looks like it's Hunterdon Central football.
And it is. And guess who? Jacob Souse. He's been everywhere, and he'll get on that one again. What a player he is.
He is a do-it-all man on this defensive side for Hunterdon Central. He has been all over the field, making tackles sideline to sideline. And on that play, an errant pitch from the quarterback on that option. Just threw it behind him. The wing was not able to pick it up, fumbled the ball around, and Souse able to just beat him to the ball and wrestle that away from him.
That's what the pressure does there. That's what the central pressure does on this Bridgewater Raritan Panther team. But look, only 15 seconds. It's going to be very difficult. They need a big gain, maybe get into field goal range.
I think Hunterdon Central definitely going to be calling a shot play here. I think they want to put a score on the board. They want to give these fans something to get excited about for this second half. come into the second half with a lot of momentum, a lot of energy. Just get the guys feeling confident again like they were at the beginning of this game.
So Hart, ooh, that's a loose ball. Oh, Hart dives on it, doesn't get it. Oh my Lord. And looks like the Panthers have him a bit lost for words. I'm not sure what just happened there. That was, two kind of loose pitches in a row. How often does that happen?
Yep, well, it looks like it is going to end up being called an incomplete pass because Hart flipped it forwards. I believe. At least from this angle, it looked like Hart tossed it forward.
Well, regardless, looks like it's the end of the half
okay.
anyway, so doesn't quite matter. Interesting to say, after end of halftime, make sure to stay tuned. Chris Bronkowski will be talking to us here, doing an interview with him, and we may get a chance to speak with Coach Ranson as well. But, Joe, what did you think of that first half?
I think the Hunterdon Central defense has definitely come to play. The offense is kind of sputtering right now. They definitely need a big stop defensively in the first drive of the game, and then for Hunterdon Central offensively, they just need to put points on the board. They cannot keep going 3 and out or a couple first downs and a penalty to kill them. So hopefully this offense is able to step it up, put the pedal on to the metal, and able to keep going and able to drive the ball down the field and put it in the end zone.
Yeah, like you said, so stay tuned for Chris Bronkowski, and we'll see you for the start of the second half.
And joining us here at halftime, the Red Devils and the Bridgewater Panthers, is senior Chris Bronkowski. Chris, it's been a big start for the Red Devils. Tough one against North, but the last 2 weeks have gone real well. What's been the big difference for this team?
The big difference, especially with the line, is that we've been a lot more physical. After that week 1 North, we really did not play as good as we know we can play. So, during practice, we started going 100% every rep, and it's shown in game.
Chris, you're one of the linemen, the guys who sometimes aren't overlooked a bit, aren't in the headlines. What's it like being down and dirty, offense and defense, almost every play of the game?
You just got to embrace it sometimes. It's fun, just mano-a-mano, just going at it. And then when you get a big play, you know you're a part of it, and you get to celebrate with your teammates.
Okay, so Chris, you've been a part of this program now in your senior year. What's been the difference this year? You guys are playing better, playing with more confidence. What do you feel the difference has been?
I think the big difference is that everyone has bought into what the coaches are trying to do, and we really are a team, not just every one individual trying to get highlights every game. We're just trying to win as a team and just keep getting better.
Chris, you made a good point, buying into it. What does it take to buy into something? Coaches try to sell it every year. How come you guys are buying into it this year?
It really starts during the off season. 2 weeks after the season ended last year, everyone's in the weight room. Just keep getting better, getting closer as a team. Then once summer hits, it's on the ground rolling. Just doesn't matter what you think, just keep going.
And that was Red Devils lineman Chris Bronkowski. Stay tuned for second half action. The Red Devils against Bridgewater.
Play again.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your award-winning Hunterdon Central Regional High School Marching Red Devils. Marching Red Devils under the field direction of drum majors Kendall Homestead and Max Jacob. The 2022-2023 halftime show program, Minor Alterations.
Is that plugged in? No, it's sample. I thought you were ready for the sample. Yeah. I didn't hear it. We told the
another beautiful day at the theme shop. Don't forget, alterations are free today.
Delivery to pattern cutting. Delivery to pattern cutting. Peggy to alterations department. Peggy to alterations department, please. Department. Call on line 2.
Minor alteration needed in room 2, please.
halftime went real well?
Halftime was probably, there was some really, really good shots of everybody.
I can see your passion coming to life when you're directing these guys.
I care more about them.
I get it. But don't be afraid to direct them for football, too.
The thing is, like, it's so quick. Like, at least with this show, it's the same thing over and over. So I've learned watching this now 3 times. I know what they do. I don't know what's going to happen in the game, so it's really hard for me to kind of point them around. And I'd be pointing Julia around if it was anybody, but I can't.
Dropping clothes.
Oh, that, yeah, okay. Yeah.
So back here for the start of the second half here, as Hunterdon Central down 7-0 to the Bridgewater Raritan Panthers here. Joe, you saw that whole first half. Obviously some great moments for the Red Devils, some bad ones in terms of penalties and kind of, getting really hurt on some big plays. What did you make of the Red Devils' performance there in that first half?
I think Hunterdon Central has definitely been bailed out by the play of their defense so far. The defense has been able to just stop the drives where they need to. And I think Hunterdon Central's offense really needs to get going soon, because if they don't get going, this game could get out of hand. Penalties obviously have killed them multiple times today. They haven't been able to move the ball without a penalty slowing down their drive, so hopefully they can minimize those penalties. I know the coaches definitely were reiterating that to the team in the locker room during this halftime, so I'm interested to see how the offense and defense comes out. I'm thinking they're going to come out swinging. I think they're going to try and get a quick stop and then a quick score.
Yeah, well, that is the key. You think to stop defensively. They've really struggled on certain occasions with this kind of 3-option run game, very compact on the line of scrimmage that Bridgewater Raritan has been running. How do you think they go forward stopping that, and what should they do kind of to try to get back into this one in the second half?
I think Hunterdon Central so far has done a nice job most of the time staying home, staying gap to sound, keeping their gap integrity, but a big thing is just keep staying where they're supposed to be. The outside linebackers and defensive ends are key when you're playing a team that runs a triple option. They're just trying to get those defensive ends to crash down and give an outside running lane. This is big for the Hunterdon Central front seven, because those interior guys and the middle linebackers, the interior linebackers, are going to need to stop that rush up the middle with the fullback on their own without the help of the defensive ends, because the defensive ends are going to need to keep contained, keep this offense bottled up as much as they can.
Now Brian Collodi now will get his first minutes in this game with the kickoff obviously made. 4 for 4 last time against Elizabeth. Obviously made that long field goal you mentioned earlier on. Was at 44 yards. Mainly they need to stop here quickly. They've got a couple, one big turnover on down, so they want to try to keep it up here. But you need to get the offense going. Hasn't been terrible, but could be better. They got to finish things. I think they do a lot of good stuff. Can't quite finish plays. As Brian Collodi, with about a 10-yard run-up, will get this thing underway here in the second half. Many fans have stayed. That's a lot of times they leave at halftime. It's a good game. They stayed here, fielded at the 10, and tackled there at the 20. So crowd happy early on there, as that tackle was made there around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, great coverage for this Hunterdon Central kickoff unit. It was a great squib kick by Brian Collodi. Kicked it to where there's nobody lined up, so they have to run over and make a stop, and it was perfectly starting to slow down as it got towards the sideline. gives them a chance for this kickoff coverage team to get down the field and able to make that tackle before they could get any more yards.
Again, only one real option out there to throw to. And of course, they run up the middle, no real gain there. 2, 3, 4 Red Devils stopping down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, very nice job. Gang tackling there, swarming to the ball. Once one guy stops him up, keeps him held up for a little bit as he's trying to keep coming, all your teammates, all your guys are going to get to that pile and knock it back over, stop him from moving and push the pile backwards.
So run it again up the middle. Goes out wide, pitch that time by Bray. Oh, that's another really good tackle there, but now bring up probably 3rd and 5 here. That was out wide there. CJ Stevens been active this whole game. The captain, of course, they've worked that little run, half pitch. It did well, obviously, end of the first half, I should say, excuse me, led to a fumble, but that time worked pretty well.
Yep, that triple option is hard to defend once they get that second guy out there. He gets a running start before he even has the ball in his hands.
Hinted in motion, Bray drops back. Oh, there's Micholik there. Oh, Michael Carbo read that one like a book. Como un libro there, Michael Carbo. What a play.
What a great play by Michael Carbo on that. Able to track the ball down. It looked like he was open. Number 10 for Bridgewater, Matt Micholik. He was wide open. He looked like he had nothing but green grass to go. Ball was a little underthrown. Carbo, with that make-up speed, able to make up ground, undercut the route, and be able to high point that ball in front of Micholik, not give him a chance to catch that ball and run. So it's going to be new life. That was the best start for this Hunterdon Central defense they could have asked for. A turnover. They have momentum. Now what can this offense do with this great starting field position at their own 46?
So yeah, definitely though, you think, like you said, ball underthrown. I think it had a bit lacked some pace there, and Carbo able to get around and make that great play, the second turnover in there. Like you said, averaging almost 3 a game, which is just crazy. Hart now pitches it. Oh, see what they do here. Falvo will run a long way. Now he throws. That looks good. Cole Gray. Oh, almost intercepted. And we'll talk to Ben at halftime. Of course, one of our PA announcers said they want to get Cole Gray going. Can be a big weapon like Rob Gronkowski, but that time it's an interesting little play. You think that, I don't know if he was meant to throw that. Looked like he ran on a dead end, but almost worked out.
I think that was definitely a called play. They were trying to run a halfback option throw. Looked like the first option wasn't open. There was a good job by this Bridgewater defense. Their corners stayed down, but everybody filled the gaps. They were running up to make that tackle. Almost a huge mistake by Hunterdon Central, but bailed out by a bad catch.
Hart again now. This time it's Carbo coming off that huge adrenaline rush with that interception. Decent run there, about 5 yards. So just about splits the difference now. 3rd and manageable here. Maybe 3rd and long, but Red Devils should be able to convert here. You probably think they go for this on 4th down here. Try to put the pressure on Bridgewater Raritan. Cole Gray coming out of the game. Valentino gets his first minutes of this second half.
Yep, looks like they're going to be going with a 4 wide set, 1 in the backfield. They are definitely going to be trying to throw the ball, get the ball downfield. I think you look for most likely Trevor Fish over the middle. I think he's their go-to guy at this point in time.
Yeah, there's not a lot of players in the space behind there. Now they drop off. Kuhn is there. It's towards Fish. Oh my lord, Micholik will want that one back. He will want that one back there. Nonetheless, it's incomplete there. That could have been very, very bad there. Of course, now very difficult for them to go for here when, didn't get any yards. So again, that's what we talked about, Joe. It's, again, a great moment. They just don't capitalize, really. Don't really do much with it. And you just can't keep asking the defense over and over and over again to produce. Eventually they need a break. They need the offense to carry the load a bit.
Yep, definitely the offense needs to try and keep themselves on the field, get a couple first downs, just keep the drive going, give the defense a break. But 2 dropped interceptions. Hunterdon Central really bailed out by this Bridgewater defense not making those catches.
Hinton's back there. And Amato there, great tackle. Looked like Hinton may have lost him, but he just held on there and able to stop him right in his track there. So basically just like a fair catch there. Evan Amato, the junior there, number 4, with a good tackle.
Yeah, great coverage there by Amato, able to get down, broke down quickly, and was able to just make sure he can make a sure tackle, not let Hinton get outside and potentially give up a big gain on that punt return. So once again, Hunterdon Central defense right back where they started this first drive or the second drive of this third quarter.
So Falvo, the deep man again. Giving up. Sorry, that's a keep there by Bray that time. Even fooling me, thought it was Hinton, but Bray, decent run there. Will bring up a 2nd and long.
This is exactly what this Bridgewater offense is going to be doing. I have a feeling they are just going to be trying to run the ball, control the tempo, do not give Hunterdon Central any life. They're going to try and take the wind out of all Hunterdon Central's sails right now by just having a long, methodical drive of just running the ball and imposing their will at the line of the scrimmage. So let's see if Hunterdon Central can stiffen up and potentially stop this onslaught of runs.
Oh, it's kept there. It's Spirit in the game now. Runs towards the edge. Oh, great tackle there. Sauce is having himself a game there. Another great tackle there. Jacob South there, I should say.
South, good job there, fighting over the top, just constant pursuit. He does not slow down. He is playing with such a high motor. He does not give up on the play. He is just trying to get there to the ball and get to the ball as quickly as possible. He has been all over the place for Hunterdon Central in the first half, and I have a feeling we're going to see more of the same in this second half from Sauce.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you. That big fumble recovery. Now 3rd and short here. Big play here. Oh, Bray tries to keep it nowhere for him there. Logan Ortega, tell you what, they've missed Logan Ortega there. That's a big tackle.
Yep.
And the captain Ortega, the number 56 now. Punting unit on for the Panthers. So again, the Red Devils will get yet another chance. Still haven't put anything on the board. Still trying to try these new touchdown lights I'm tasked with doing. Of course, I told Mr. Spencer, well, we have to score first, so we'll see if they can get that.
I would be weary of this. They have Spira, their quarterback. He's the up back, so I mean, potentially you could see a fake. Hunterdon Central already tried one.
Flag right now. False start. So that maybe then kind of takes away the possibility of a fake now.
Yep.
Now that's their 4th and long, but I still never know. Central with their fake had about 10 to 12 yards almost, so.
Yep, I think a 4th and 10 this deep in their zone, even with the way their defenses play, I think they definitely just need to punt this, try and push Hunterdon Central back, keep them out of their side of the field.
Oh, snap is not good, and that punt is rather subpar. Takes a Panthers bounce. They'll let it roll, and it will stop there just at the 44-yard line. So, again, that's Samuel Vieira there with the punt there. Oh, sorry, Valiera there. Rosters are very small, couldn't quite see the L, but yeah, Valiera there, decent punt there.
Hunterdon Central was so close. I think you really gotta send it on that. You're trying to get a score. You're down in the game. You're down 7-0. The offense has not moved. That could have been a huge spark play for this team. I know you're close, but I think for Hunterdon Central, if you're that guy, you get a free lane. You gotta lay out on that. You gotta be trying to get a hand on that ball. Force this defense to really step up and try and guard a short yardage situation.
Yeah. Snaps low. Hart will keep it. Ooh, could have lost it there. And he just struggled a bit today. Hart has the time. Hasn't really tried to complete many passes. It kept it a lot.
That was a great play by 77 James McDermott, the big defensive tackle for Bridgewater. Able to get a big push on the guard inside for Hunterdon Central. Forced it back. He almost jarred the ball loose without even really hitting Hart, just pushing his guard back into the man. So Hunterdon Central definitely needs to key on him because he's a big boy, listed at about 6 foot, 260 pounds.
Fish in motion again, does that little end around. Pass came off the floor. South on it. He's, like I said, South can do everything. Line up on the line, guarding coverage, got his wide receiver, linebacker, running back. Maybe try my quarterback even, but that time gets it with the pitch there. Again, probably half the distance now.
Good job.
Third and manageable.
Good job by Hart. Low snap, bounces back to him. Doesn't panic, just picks the ball up, able to get that pitch off for a 5-yard gain. Most times when the ball on that, you kind of enter into panic mode, but good job by Hart, keeping his cool, not letting that rattle him, and able to get that pitch off and that play off successfully.
And of course, Quentin Fisher is a calm center. He's a sophomore, his first year as a varsity player, so big task for him. Hart rolls out right. Oh, Valentino caught it, couldn't keep it though. That'll be incomplete there. And again, Declan McNally, we're calling his name yet again. He'll come on to punt this one away. Oh, Hinton. Oh. Wow, great work there. Like you said, Joe, with the gang tackle there. Hinton didn't know where to go there. I was looking at the punt for a while.
Once again, Evan Amato, the first man down there every single time. He's the gunner. He gets a free release, and he was able to wrap up Hinton, slow him down, not give him a free lane, wait for his guys to get downfield to make that tackle, which is huge. That was a great punt by McNally. Pins them within their own 10 on their own 7. So Hunterdon Central, once again, calling on its defense to step up for them and make another stop on their third drive in a row.
Yeah, sometimes they just act as a bit of spectators where they're just looking at that one. It's a beautiful punt there. Now, Bridgewater Raritan, a lot of work to do here again with the 3 option there. The triple threat, as you say. Stevens there, could have been worse, but probably 3-4 yard gain there for CJ Stevens. They keep it here, Bray. Give it there to Hinton. And now, again, been really quick possessions here. Tell you what, I mean, almost this first half, third quarter, I should say, has flown by here. 4:30 almost now to play. Just been possession after possession. No team establishing control, and you think the longer that goes on for the Red Devils, the worse it's going to get, because they need to take hold of this game as quick as possible. In motion, they keep it, and that will be a 4th down. So you think they got to punt again here? And that's exactly what they do, bringing on the punting unit here. It's short, could fake it like you say, but we'll see. Yep. Expect them in this where they are. Do not want to risk it here, only up 7.
Now I think if you're Hunterdon Central at this point, you're either going all-out block or you are going safety punt. Try and get a good return to set yourselves up. I think as the way they're set up, they're going for a safety punt. They're looking to try and stop a fake potentially, or just try and set up a good return for Fish.
Yeah, Fish is back there. It's a pretty good punt there. Takes a Bridgewater Raritan bounce. Oh, that's very fortunate there for the Panthers there. Ends up going to about the 36-yard line there in the Red Devils territory. Still 3:20 to work with here in this third quarter.
Yep. Once again, Hunterdon Central, they need to put a couple plays together. They can't just one big play and then just kind of stop after there, fizzle the drive out. Hunterdon Central needs a big drive. They need a drive to end in points in some sort of way for them. They cannot go another 3 and out and punt the ball away. So hopefully Hunterdon Central is able to move the ball a little bit better this drive.
Yeah, like the Matt announcers say, just move the chains, think about that, and you'll be in good shape here. First down will do them loads of joy. So Hart now screen for Fish. Haven't gotten going yet in the second half. Look how quick he is. Gets off there. Fish, great start that time.
Fish chased out by the big opposite of him, Cardilla, the big wide receiver, the big target, chasing Fish out. Fish is just so elusive in those. He's so quick out of his cuts, and he's a little bit shorter of a wide receiver, so he's harder to see. Once he gets going, he gets kind of lost in a mosh pit of fellas into the game, in the blockers leading in front of him.
So it wasn't the best throw there from Hart. A bit off target, but he was able to keep it there. Now they will fake it there. A bit of play action. Hart out wide. Fish. Oh, that's a beautiful catch, isn't it there, Joe?
Yeah, Trevor Fish, great job on that. Great clean route, able to get separation. And Hart hitting his favorite target by far. Just delivers a strike. Here it is. Now the Hunterdon Central offense starting to pick up a little bit more steam. Back-to-back first down. I think they're going to keep trying to capitalize, keep pushing the ball downfield, and they like this hurry up. They like trying to keep this defense tired. Don't let them get substitutions, because then it limits the pass rush that they're going to get.
Yeah. Matt announcers were right. Just move the chains. That's what they're doing here. Fish again in motion. This time he goes all the way. Hart keeps it. Hart there. That's a pretty good run. He struggled on the ground. That's one of his best tonight.
So good quarterback counter there. Get everybody moving to the left. Fish in motion. Fish has gotten the ball 2 plays in a row. Gets the defense moving, opens up a lane for Hart. Just a respectable short 4-yard gain, but keeps the drive moving. Positive yards are all you need. 3-yard gains, you'll take that every single time.
All right, blitz here. Hart has to get it out quickly, finds Fish. He puts on the moves there, but it's 2-3 around him there. Struggles just to get back even to the line of scrimmage and make it a yard or 2. Again, that's good. 3 receptions here for him so far in this drive here. Exactly what you need for him, just to kind of get going here, get started here in the second half.
I think definitely look for Cole Gray. This is where the big target, good hands, just a good route runner, good solid tight end. This is a situation where you can really utilize him. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Try and get a couple yards, just get a first down with Cole Gray, the big safety valve as a tight end.
Gray, like you said, he's the man in motion. Play action again. So a bit of a late hit there. See if they do it, Dan Lewis. Rather light. Don't say anything, but again, Decker McNally, number 16, seeing him strut onto the field there.
That play just looked like Hart released it a little bit too early. Cole Gray still in the tackle box, so still free game. Looks like he's staying in the block to slip out to the flat, but a good job by the outside linebacker jamming up Cole Gray, not giving him a free release to the flat to give Hart a nice easy completion. So Hart once again just having to throw it away for Decker and McNally to take the field again.
Low snap, McNally though. So he's a very gifted punter. That's beautiful again. Ooh, Decker McNally. Have yourself a day there, son.
Nice backspin there from Decker McNally, showing off the skills, punting the ball, being able to stop it. Landed it on the 3 and was able to stop it down there at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, NJ punting coach would be happy. And I could tell you, whenever you're trying to ping a ball, just a little backspin helps it die along the surface there. And he does that beautifully there, McNally.
Looks like there's some laundry on the field. Let's see who the call goes against. Looks like it's a
false start. Not sure they even lined up yet though, so.
Oh, it was a delay of game penalty on the returner for signaling fair catch and then going up and picking up the ball to try and advance it, I'm assuming.
Oh, I see. Yeah, again, great punt. Defense has been doing great. Now they have another task here again. Flag on the field, and that play's called dead.
Looks like the Bridgewater defense is going to get pushed back a little bit more.
So, a day when your offense isn't firing, what an opportunity for a fumble recovery and just to run it a couple yards to the end zone, or maybe a pick six here. Even just a turnover would really, really lift the spirits here. They run it short this time. He's thrown back down. Look how many Red Devils are there. I mean, been very impressed with them defensively tonight.
Yeah, the defense has really showed up today. They have really kept Hunterdon Central in this game by themselves. The offense really has not put one complete drive together. I think one drive for this Hunterdon Central offense, just a complete drive, no penalties, no mental mistakes. They can put a score up on the board. They can move the ball at will, but so far the offense hasn't put it together, but the defense has really stepped up.
Again, they run it. Again, it's stopped. I mean, I know my dad probably watching this game, and he'll be kind of reminiscing over the Steelers-Bengals game past weekend, asking Mitch Trubisky to do something after defense just has takeaway after takeaway. Great performance after great performance here. And again, it looks like it's going to be another 3-and-out here. Now it's probably about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Yep. End of the third quarter. So Hunterdon Central is looking to get a stop to take over this fourth quarter.
So it seems like a game which neither team really wants to win here. Currently, Bridgewater Raritan in control, up by 7, but Central there still very much has an opportunity here to take control of this game and get a score, but struggled to take advantage of great punts, turnovers, and everything else in between, so they need to really get going sooner or later. Probably sound like a broken record saying it, but this game is certainly up for grabs. It's hard to say which way it's going to go.
You very rarely see most high school games go into the fourth quarter 7-0. This is a low-scoring defensive shootout of a game. Just both defenses really came to play today. But Bridgewater, so far the key to this game for them has been that first drive that they put together, able to punch the ball in for a score, just get the lead up 7-0 in Hunterdon Central. Since then, their offense has not gotten the ball inside of the red zone.
Yeah, they've looked very good. Now we'll flip the picture here. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 3, I think they'll mark it. 3rd and 4, they'll say, excuse me. And we'll see here, run it out wide. See what they mark it here. So we're just being told the stats there during that play here.
Yep.
They're holding the fist for 4th down. Looks like
they're going to mark them short, so it's decision time for Bridgewater here. It looks like they are sending out the punt unit. I think the thought process is you are pinned so far back in your own zone. If you don't get this, you are basically running the risk of just giving Hunterdon Central points. Regardless of if they go 3 and out, they're still able to kick, potentially put points on the board. So probably the smart and the conservative play for Bridgewater to punt this ball away.
But that being said, they need a good punt here for this decision to count. A poor punt, really, they might as well just have gone for it. And that one looks relatively good. Fish will hold a fair catch signal in the air and will fall to his knees to catch that one. So decision pays off. Central will get it around the 40-yard line, probably maybe the, what was that, like the 42.
Hunterdon's, I mean, this is good field position. The defense has played well, keeping them pinned back in their own zone, forcing 3 and outs, forcing them to punt from their own end zone. And yet the Hunterdon Central offense has not gotten going. They have 83 total yards going into this fourth quarter as an offense as a whole. So offensively, they haven't even broken into triple digits. I know last week R.J. Hart almost had 100 rushing yards on his own, along with the 220 passing
92,
yards.
yeah. Yeah, it was Fish that day at 112 as well. I mean, Skyline Conference Player of the Week nominee R.J. Hart. Now is your time here. Lift this team, get something going. Here's Hart. He keeps it. And that may get them to 85 total yards there, maybe 86.
Short gain of 2. This interior defensive line for Bridgewater, I have been very impressed with the whole game. They have given up a couple runs up the middle, but they have not been getting blown off of the ball. They've been playing very gap-sound football as the nose tackle and the 3 technique, the guy that lines up outside of the guard. They have held up very well against this running game, or this rushing attack of Hunterdon Central. So I'm interested to see, because they have been playing the same 2 guys the entire game.
Fish in motion, see if he goes round. He does. Connor Gray's out there. Flip it here. Souse, probably been their best player tonight. Would you agree there, Joe?
Yeah, definitely. Souse has done it all. He's run the ball well. He's played excellent defense coming from that middle linebacker position that he plays so well, flying around, playing sideline to sideline football. So Hunterdon Central finds themselves in a tricky situation, a 3rd and 8. This is a tough spot to find yourselves in, but they do need this first down, or they at least need to get it close enough to the sticks to where they can go for it on 4th down, because they need to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, definitely do need to. I mean, at least get this one in the field goal range, you think, here, because can't really punt it here. Great pass. Oh, Fish has space. Time to run. Trevor Fish straight towards the 15. And the bright bulb, the electric play, and the sticky hands of Trevor Fish give the Red Devils some life here in the 4th quarter.
There it is. Very nice play. And once again, Jacob Souse, the man who has been doing it all at the running back position, able to step up with the free running middle linebacker coming through the middle, able to pick up that block, give Hart enough time to deliver a strike to Fish, who running after the catch is very hard to bring down. Great play for Hunterdon Central. Huge play to be able to put them in the red zone.
Valentino now is the one in motion. Give it to Souse. That time, not much. I think it's Jack Heidi there, number 75, asking for a flag there. It felt like he was held.
Hunterdon Central looking to put points on the board. They cannot have negative plays here. They cannot hurt themselves with a penalty, because a potential holding penalty could put them out of field goal range. So they need to be smart. They need to be mentally and play physically sound football. They cannot have any big mistakes. A missed block is one thing. It's a physical mistake, but a holding penalty is a mental mistake. That's something you cannot have.
Fish now breaks 1 tackle and gets pushed forward there, so maybe it's a couple yards, but really a touchdown is what the Red Devils need here. Don't want to be settling for a field goal.
Looks like it's about a 3rd and 9. Not a lot of room to work with. Once again, it is harder to throw the ball once you're in this red zone, because you don't have the open field to be able to launch the ball downfield. You have to try and fit the ball in a tight window. So, and it looks like Bridgewater is most likely going to be lined up in zone coverage.
Crowd is ready for this one here. Decibels raising here at Stewart Field. Hart. Oh, that's errant.
Fish looking for a penalty, but will not get one. He thought he was held on that. So right now, the Hunterdon Central offense is staying out on the field. Brian Colodi will remain on the sideline.
Well, that's a big call right there. 4th and 9. You agree with this decision here?
I think it is a make or break time. I think I would probably take the points, put 3 on the board, but then again, we haven't been at practice all week. We don't know how the special teams have looked, so.
Hart needs something. Lost one up. Trevor Fish, touchdown!
What a pitch and catch from Hart to his favorite target, Fish. An unbelievable throw. Dropped it in the corner of the end zone as the lights are going crazy and the fans are back in this game.
All right, I also do my job with the lights there rather than lately. Thank you for the help there, Joe. But tell you what, Trevor Fish have yourself a day, man.
Trevor Fish, when it counts the most in the fourth quarter, makes huge grab after huge grab, able to just get chunk plays on 4th and 9.
That's his 4th of the year as well. So Falvo will hold it. Colodi will kick it here. Chance to tie this one up here. Give the Red Devils momentum. And Colodi makes it look very easy there.
And as you can see, the Hunterdon Central crowd is back in this game. Hunterdon Central is in this game. They have all the momentum. It is silent. They on that Bridgewater side right now. What a pitch and catch. Great blocking by the offensive line, giving Hart enough time just to get that throw off. Delivers a perfect ball right in the breadbasket in the corner of the end zone, wide open. Great play call by Connell Joyce and this Hunterdon Central staff.
Yeah, well, like you said, you were a bit skeptical, but it turns out hindsight's 20/20, and that's an exquisite decision in it there. I'll tell you what, those lights, I'm starting to really like them. Just was at North Hunterdon and saw their lights were very, very subpar, and now coming back here feels like I just went into the future a couple of years there with those lights there. Joe, of course, had one task I did, just to click touchdown. I forgot it. Joe reminded me, just able to just touch it with my left pinky at that point in time. So now Colodi, 3rd timeout on the field tonight, and this will be a kickoff. Now the crowd's hopping, now they're feeling it. Great kick there. Fielded around the 10, had a steam there for the number 20 there, Dane Sorensen.
And once again, Evan Amato is the first person down on every single special teams coverage unit. He has definitely been the special teams player of the day, in my book at least. He has covered punts especially well, making tackles in the open field. That able to stay in his lane, fight off a block, make a tackle at the 27, 28-yard line to stop a bigger gain for this Bridgewater offense. So hopefully the Hunterdon Central defense can continue with this momentum and continue with their constant stops of this offense.
Oh, you look at it, Central really struggled offensively all day. Is that the spark they need to get things going when it mattered most? They were there. Oh, this is trouble. Micholik. Wow, what a catch. Tell you what, they have not thrown it much today, but that is a great grab there by Matt Micholik there.
Yeah.
And we talk about carrying the momentum. Is that what they needed there? That time was deflated out of them a bit.
That was a huge play for Bridgewater right there. Just kind of throws it up, jump ball. My guy will get this over your guys. Micholik does a great job going up, high pointing, and coming down with that ball.
And Bray will keep it. Not a great success. Gets a couple yards, maybe 3.
Hunterdon Central did not look ready for the pass on that play. They looked like they were expecting a run, and I think everybody in the stadium was expecting a run.
It's hard to blame them. They've run it all day with. Basically, for them, it's been not of are they going to run or are they going to pass. It's who's going to run. But that time there, they just pass it right up the throat of the Red Devils there. Great reception by Micholik. Sorensen's in motion. This time they give it up the middle. Loads of bodies, and they're just piling there. Stopping it right where it came from.
Those middle 4 guys, the 2 middle linebackers, the nose tackle, and the defensive tackle, they are key for stopping those inside carries with that fullback. He's coming barreling down. He doesn't care who's in his way. He's going to try and run through him. That was a great play by the inside of the Hunterdon Central defense, being able to stuff that run, let their guys come through, bring them to the ground for a short gain, make it a 3rd and 5 rather than a 3rd and 2.
So here we go here. Big 3rd down. Oh, Bray drops back. This is red. Timpano's onto him. And Timpano's fired up there. That's a sophomore, Lucas Timpano. Great bit of running there just to hurry Bray.
Yeah.
And that time had no one really to throw it to.
Great pressure coming from that 3 technique position outside shoulder of the guard. Able to get around him on that pass rush move and able to just put pressure on Gray, or Brian, force a bad throw.
What happened? Why?
So punting it back on here. 4th and 6, probably will just punt it normally.
It looks like Bridgewater will call a timeout. They want to discuss their options, whether or not they are going to punt this. Now this is the situation. Their backup quarterback, who we have seen a lot running the ball, number 2, Joe Spira. I'm interested to see. He is their up back, and I'm assuming he also can throw the ball if he has to play quarterback.
Yeah.
So look for him. I know Hunterdon Central will most likely be trying to play this safe, try and make sure they do not give up a fake punt, give up a first down, and give this offense new life and a new fresh set of downs.
Well, the thing is here, if you're Bridgewater Raritan, punting the ball away, 5 minutes left. Central, if they have a nice drive there, take 3-4 minutes off the clock, could score a field goal, maybe even a touchdown. Won't give Bridgewater Raritan much time to work with. But first, tell you what, he's posted right around the 9-yard line. It's rather, looks like just going through the motions here at the moment. Takes a nice pounce. Oh, that's a beautiful punt there, I tell you what. Valeria again there. He's put down brilliant there, and there's a player on the floor now. Looks being some great discomfort. Can't quite see the number at the moment. Jamal Kuhn called for the medical team. And players on a knee now. It's number 35. That is Ian Lucas there on the floor. Not sure what happened. Doesn't look like it's his head. Coach Ransone's out now. And he's back up on his feet. And the crowd is back up. The team's back up. Everyone's ready to go here.
Good to see him walk off under his own power alongside the trainer, Mr. Rick, who does an excellent job. Just a quick shout out to Mr. Rick. He has been here forever. He was here when I was here, when my brothers were here, when they were at Central, when my sister was here. So Mr. Rick has been a mainstay for Hunterdon Central Athletics, so just a quick shout out to the athletic trainer.
Yeah, well, of course, I'm not quite too used to, I'm more used to Mr. P, our athletic director in the 11-12 building, kind of does most of the other sports, of course. You being a football player, a lot of lacrosse players, used to Mr. Rick, of course, posted in the 9-10 building right by the team room there. So he's obviously very much liked by the players, been very well here. He gets to drive a golf cart around, so it can't be that bad again.
So Hunterdon Central definitely going to try and give themselves some breathing room, pin back on their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, Falvo, Valentino Carb out of the game. They're going to run it. Oh, that's very close to the end zone there. Fumbled in, but
looks like they'll mark him down at the 2, so a quick gain of 1. I think Hunterdon Central here, if you can get this first down here, get yourself some more breathing room, then it's time to show off the 4-minute offense. You want to keep this drive going, eat up clock, just first down 3 or 4 yards, second down 3 or 4 yards, just keep chopping away, keep chopping them down until you get yourselves into a scoring position. So I'm interested to see how Hunterdon Central calls this drive.
Yeah, they're going to run it straight up the middle again. That's great work from the offensive line, just to push. Can't quite see who at the ball. They're probably Logan Ortega's pushing forward there.
Yep, a little QB sneak just gives them a little bit more room, gives them some breathing room, gives them some space. They can finally call play. They can drop back a little bit more comfortably. They're not as set in their end zone. So I think we'll probably see a pass on this play, but they're keeping the Rhino formation in, 2 tight ends set with 2 fullbacks as well and the tailback behind them. So Hunterdon Central is looking to run the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little play action dump pass to Cole Gray. Just get Bridgewater Raritan coming up, flying to try and stuff the run, dump it out over the top of them for a quick gain, first down.
And they need 5 yards here. Can they get a bit of confusion with the referees? I don't know if it's a ref timeout, Bridgewater timeout, or Central timeout, but regardless, game will be paused.
both teams need to rethink what they were going to run.
Now team's back on the field here.
This is a huge play for Hunterdon Central. Coming out in their normal spread personnel, running 10 personnel, 1 running back, no tight ends offset or on the line in the 3-point stance, 4 wide receiver set.
The 4 wide receivers make it a bit interesting here. Hart will drop back. He will throw. Valentino's target. Oh my lord, it's picked off. Sorensen. Wow, what a grab that was. It was badly underthrown there by R.J. Hart. And that can be costly late on here.
R.J. Hart with pressure in his face, just trying to get the ball out, trying to give his guy a chance. But that was great coverage there from Bridgewater and a great play on the ball. Just being able to get that while they're both going down, simultaneous contact, both going towards the ground, trying to make that catch.
So stay with Bray out there. Spira is as the running back at the moment. Oh, that looks like it's a false start there. I don't know if he snapped it. What happened?
Actually, kind of looked like the center snapped it, and everybody else thought the count was on too. So Hunterdon Central kind of being helped out there after giving great field position. Bridgewater pushing themselves farther back. Hunterdon Central needs to capitalize on this. They're behind the sticks, 1st and 15. They have more ground to make up. So Hunterdon Central's defense just needs to stiffen up. Don't give up any big plays here.
Here's Bray. So that's a wee bit cheeky, and it's Spira. Wow. Tell you what, it's a bit unlucky there. When you think you had Bray, just a last second little pitch to Spira.
Yep, that's how the play's designed. It's a speed option. They're just trying to get Bray out on the outside, give him a chance because he himself is very good with his legs, but he's able to flip it out to Spira as he's getting hit by Connor Lancaster. Hits him for a huge game, puts him inside of the Hunterdon Central's 5-yard line on their 3.
And then the triple option. It's Hinton, and he will take that one in. Bridgewater Raritan now regaining control. 13-7 scores there as Hinton able to just waltz his way into the end zone there. Big hole for him to run into. It's tough with that triple option, having to defend that one. High kick from Vieira. It's good there, so Valeria there.
Bridgewater up 14-7 with 3:22 left on the clock in the 4th quarter. Hunterdon Central, this is huge. This is the drive that means it most. R.J. Hart last week was able to put the winning drive together, able to throw a winning touchdown to beat Elizabeth in the 4th quarter with less than 2 minutes to go. He's looking to do something similar. The offense has not been there the entire day, but they are starting to get it moving. They've already punched 1 score in, so Hunterdon Central is looking for something big this drive. They need points. They cannot come out empty-handed with this little time on the clock. They need points.
Yep, they definitely need points. They need a couple good plays, need a good drive here to say the least. Again, it's hit low along the floor. Oh, bounces above Sosa, a bit unfortunate. Instead, it's Valentino. Good bit of running there from Valentino. Splits a couple seams and gets the Red Devils some pretty good field position to start off this very crucial drive.
Good return by Valentino. The Hunterdon Central kickoff return team has done a good job fielding these squib kicks that Bridgewater's throwing at them. They aren't easy, as you saw it bounce over Sosa's head. But good job by Valentino backing him up, able to catch that one in the air and able to just get some yards, get upfield, set up Hunterdon Central at their own 36-yard line. Good field position.
RJ Hart, it is your time now here. Delivered with the Trevor Fish touchdown. And obviously threw the interception, so it's been a bit of a mixed bag performance from him. He needs to show up here on this crucial drive. Flag there. Look at the defensive line for Bridgewater. They're extremely pumped up. I know it's a full start for the Red Devils there. Good blocking here. Hart, loads of time, loads of space, and he was able to run there. Great work from Chris Frankowski on the far side there. Blocking there for RJ Hart. He had a huge lane and basically eliminates that penalty and then some. Yeah. Now it's second down here.
Great job there by Hart. Able to escape the pocket when there's nobody open downfield. Made the decision, just tucked it and ran, and got up north and south. That's a huge thing. Sometimes you see guys run inside the side trying to do too much. Hart just takes what he can get, runs north and south, picks up as many yards as possible.
2nd and 4 now. Hart, screen for Fish. Can he get the 4 yards? Struggle maybe to even get 1. Like you said, running sideways there. Fish does exactly that. Struggles to get much.
Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, so he loses a yard then. It's now 3rd and long situation here. Ben Mansell, rather, I should say. Hart drops back. Oh, that's tipped. And you feel they really need to go for it here.
Great play there by Donovan Little, number 52 for Bridgewater, the big defensive end. He's played pretty well. It's been a pretty quiet night for him. No big sacks or tackles or anything, but he's just played very solid so far on the outside this entire night. Just been constant, making this tough for this Hunterdon Central offensive line, and that's a great job. As an offensive lineman, that's something you can't do. You can't let your guy jump up like that. You got to do something to get his hands down to make sure he's not able to tip that pass.
Hart rolling out, has Fish. That should be a first down. They had to go for it, and it pays off here. So now the Red Devils nearing the 50. They're in business.
Once again, Trevor Fish, his main man. That is by far Hart's favorite target to throw the ball to. 4th and 5. Great play by Fish. Just getting that, making sure he was at the yardage, getting upfield, getting an extra yard just to be safe, getting out of bounds, stop the clock.
Hart now drops back, has Fish if he needs him, instead throws it. That's a difficult throw in traffic there. That's a great catch there. It looks like it's Joey Valentino. Sticky hands there.
Yeah, great grab by Valentino. In traffic, just fighting off the defender. Hart throws it a little behind him, keeps it out of harm's way. It's either going to be dropped or caught. So good job by Valentino catching it, going down, securing the catch, gaining big 6 or 7 yards there, keeping this drive moving. And keeping the clock running. Hunterdon Central is eating up a lot of clock right now.
Colgrane in motion. Hart will keep it. Tell by his initial steps what he was going to do. And we'll get close to the chains there. Only have to go 3 yards.
Looks like it's going to be a first down for Hunterdon Central as they call a timeout.
1 minute 30 left to play here. Ball on the 45.
So big clutch first down there for Hunterdon Central. 2 big first downs for them in a row. Backed up 4th and 5. I mean, who are you going to go to? Mr. Reliable for this team has done everything for them offensively, being able to catch the ball out in space, taking the ball on handoffs or on jet sweeps, just trying to do as much as he can to try and put his team in a good position. That's Trevor Fish just playing out of his mind right now. And I'm looking forward to see how Hunterdon Central is able to try and move the ball as they get closer and closer to this end zone with the clock. The clock is their friend at this point in time. They have 1 timeout left, but 1 minute 30, they have enough time to be able. Clock will stop on first downs for the chains to reset, just like college that way. So Hunterdon Central definitely looking to get first downs, try and keep that clock stopped, trying not to use up all of their time, but trying to use up time. So
looks
Bridgewater
like no 2-minute warning in high school, correct?
No 2-minute warning in high school or college, just in professional football.
Yeah, so makes those timeouts even more valuable. Throws out wide here. That's Michael Carbo. Has had too many receptions today, been mainly running the ball, but that's a good gain there for the Red Devils.
That's all you need. That's just taking what you can get, not trying to force the ball downfield from Hart. That's a smart throw. Dump the ball off to your running back, get him out in space, just get a couple quick 5 yards every single time.
Teo Brito quieting the crowd here for RJ Hart. He goes long to Fish. Oh my lord. It's intercepted. Macholik again. Oh, sorry, I think it was Sorensen the first time, but Macholik again with the big play. I should say we had that huge reception, and that is a huge interception there.
That was a huge play for Bridgewater there. Hunterdon Central only has 1 timeout, so seems like Bridgewater is going to be able to kneel this game out, as there is a player injured from Bridgewater.
Wow, that is just crazy when you think Red Devils had all the momentum there, great drive, and then all it takes is 1 loose pass. And just like that, Bridgewater Raritan now in control of this one with 51 seconds left to play. Still on the floor here. It's a long stoppage here. It's a red, white, and blue crowd for the Red Devils tonight. Still here in great numbers. Haven't left like you've seen a lot here. It's been a good crowd. I just know I do have my Stars and Stripes socks on tonight, trying to support the event here. And it's been a pretty bright performance from the Red Devils. Just had a couple bad moments. That is one of the worst they've had tonight there. Huge break for Bridgewater Raritan there. It was an ambitious throw that you think maybe just a young quarterback, maybe what a more experienced quarterback wouldn't have made that decision there, but he looked like maybe he could have thrown it in, just didn't come off.
It's just trying to make a play out there. I get it. You're down 7. It's under a minute. You're getting close to crunch time. So Hart at that point, he's trying to make a play. So I get it, but that's a play. Probably could have been avoided. You throw it out of bounds, you get another life, you get another down, you have another down after this. So they had downs to work with on that play, but unfortunate that it ended up this way, and you hate to see a player get injured, but glad to see he's up and being helped off by his teammates. So hopefully that player will be all right.
I couldn't quite see who it was, but it appears like he doesn't need a stretcher, which of course is awful when you see that, but looks like he's off the field in minimal pain. kneel that one here.
So looks like Bridgewater will kneel it out. Hunterdon Central calls their final timeout. Stops the clock one last time.
Bridgewater Raritan fans now putting up the flashlights and the cameras here. As the sign says, this is our house, and certainly the performance for them, I'd say, was decent. They really could have been worse. I think if this Hunterdon Central Red Devils team was a bit better, this game probably would be in favor of the Red Devils by 2-3 touchdowns, based on all the interceptions, all the good punts, all the turnovers on downs, but they just couldn't capitalize when it mattered most.
Yep, Hunterdon Central was set up multiple times. In this second half alone, the first 3 drives of the second half, Hunterdon Central's defense forced a quick 3-and-out, got this offense back on the field, and they weren't able to do anything with the good field position they were able to get. They couldn't capitalize on it. So once again, Hunterdon Central's offense took a step back from the past 2 weeks. So looking to definitely take a step forward as they look on to next week, as Bridgewater's going to kneel this one more time to end the game.
Yes, that brings up 3rd down now.
Oh, it looks like the refs will not be starting the play clock, which will end the game.
So that will do it here at Stewart Field from us here on HCTV as well there. So Hunterdon Central fall to Bridgewater Raritan, who will improve to 2-2. Central falls to 2-2 in the year by a score of 14-7. I've been Tyler Rodriguez, Joe Whalen, been next to me, of course, Mr. Johnson, Mr. S, Chloe Jen, all of our staff here have been brilliant here tonight. Put on another great performance. It's been a great night here. Stay tuned. A lot of events, a lot of fun stuff coming up here in the fall season here for HCTV. So stay tuned, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful night.